sitting slightly away from the back of the chair. So actually move your hips forward so they're about mid-chair. That'll give you some space behind you. You can rest your hands with palms up or down onto your lap. Have a quick glance at your feet. And as you look down at your feet, you're aligning your feet so that you can still see maybe the first 2 or 3 toes there slightly in front of your knees. And the feet have about a 2 fist distance between them. That's going to align the heels, the ankles with your knees, the knees with the hips. So this ideally takes a little bit of pressure off of the joints as we start our practice. Then from there, we lift the spine tall, growing space for the organs of the body. You can feel a bit more space for your lungs and your digestive tract. Let your shoulders slide down your back. And then if it's comfortable for you, go ahead and close your eyes. If you'd prefer to keep your eyes open, that's absolutely okay. Feeling the eyes sinking a little further back into their sockets. Easing some of the tension from around the eyes, from across the forehead, over the temples and down. Allow your upper and lower lips to stay touching, but feel the jaw, the lower jaw, hang from the upper jaw. Let the weight of the arms hang off the shoulders. Allow the legs to sink a little. The knees may even splay open slightly. And now tune your awareness to your breathing. Feel how your breath is coming in and out through your nose. Notice if there's any clenching or tension in the throat that might be restricting your breath. See if you can soften the throat a little bit. Give the breath some more space to move. Notice if you feel your breath more in one lung than the other. Start to feel how your belly is naturally moving with your breathing. So we're not in our yogic breath quite yet. We're in our natural breath, and you're just noticing how the body responds to your natural breath. Gently now starting to establish that yogic breath. Draw a little bit more air in through the nose and let the belly expand. Then as you exhale, contract the belly. Use a little bit of belly strength here to squeeze the belly back and help bring the breath back up and out the nose. A little bit more active breathing now, inhaling to expand through the belly and then exhaling to contract. Once again, notice if there's some tension or clenching through the throat. Keep the throat soft, the jaw soft, so there's lots of room for the breath to move. Maintaining that deep belly breath now, gently turn your head towards the right, just as far as is comfortable, ensuring your shoulders are staying square to the front. And then bring your head back into center, and then as you take your next exhale, turn your head towards your left. Again, notice if your shoulders start to come with you. Let the shoulders stay square to the front. Inhale the head back into center, and again, let's go over towards the right. Inhale, center, and over towards the left. One more time, we'll inhale through center and go over towards the right. And then inhale into center and over towards the left. Keeping the gaze now over towards the left side, that right shoulder staying back. You're gonna drop your left chin down towards your chin towards your left shoulder, and then glide the chin across and up over the right shoulder. So you're gazing off towards the right. Let's take the chin back down towards the right shoulder and across and up over the left shoulder. Now let's do that a few more times. Being present and aware with the motion in the back of the neck. Noting that if you have any concerns along the neck or the spine, any osteoporosis or injury there, for you, you might stay with more of the side to side turn if that feels better and more appropriate for your body. If you're doing these sort of half circle or crescent moon motions with the head, the next time the head comes over to the right, take an inhale breath and allow the head to roll back. Big breath in as the head rolls across to the left. Exhale, take the chin down and across. Inhaling, letting the head roll back. So the inhale breath supports the neck and the head as you roll across. Then exhale, take the chin down and over to the right. One more time, big breath in. And exhale. Good. Pausing there at the right shoulder for a moment. We're going to reverse it. Take an exhale breath to come across the chest again. Inhale to roll the head back and now over to the right. Exhale the chin down and across. Inhaling, rolling back. Exhale, down and across. Good. One more time. Big breath in as the head rolls back. And exhale, down and across. Good. Inhale the head back up into center, turning your face forward. And let's tilt the head now towards the right. Be mindful here of the shoulders. The right shoulder often likes to drop or even sometimes lift up. Keep the shoulders level. Let this just be a motion for the neck. Good. Bring the head back up into center. Let's tilt it over to the other side. Nice. Let's take it back up into center. Again, we'll tilt it over to the right. This time you can stay just as you are, especially if you do have any concerns for the neck. You're going to stay just like this, breathing. If it feels okay for you, you might take your left arm down beside you. Just let it hang there. That'll add a bit of a stretch. As long as there's no injury or osteoporosis in the spine, it feels safe for you. You might take your right arm up and over and rest it on the left ear. Good. Allow your shoulder to settle down away from the ear. The head is tilting over to the right. You're not pulling on the head at all though. Just letting that added weight of the arm help to increase the stretch just a little. Good. Then release your right hand, let it come back onto your lap. Slowly bring the head up into center and then bring the left hand back onto the lap. And you might feel kind of this wobbly bobbly head kind of feeling. That's great. We're creating space in the neck. So let's go ahead and do it on the other side. Tilting the head over to the left now. Again, be mindful of your neck here. So we're not going into a place that creates pain or tension. We're coming into a place that feels available, welcoming. So you might let your right arm now hang down beside you to add into that stretch. You might take your left arm out to the left and over. Again, notice the shoulder. Let the shoulder settle away from the ear. And you're just resting the arm there, letting gravity do the work. Very nice. Slowly release your left arm down, bring it onto the lap. Inhale the head to center, and then bring the right hand onto the lap. Good. Let's turn the palms over now. Start to warm up the front of the thighs. And rub up and down the front of the legs. Maybe the side of the thighs, maybe the back of the thighs or the inner thighs. Kind of warm up the muscles there. Just a little bit of friction from the hands is really helpful to get those muscles and the blood stimulating into those muscles. We'll come into the knees. Circle at the knees, warm up the joints of the knees so we're getting ready to move. And then the hands can come up and down the shins if that's available to you. So don't strain to reach the shins if that's not available. You can stay rubbing at the knees, maybe the back of the calves. If the feet are available, you can warm up your feet. Good. Bringing the hands back up to cup the kneecaps. So straightening the arms out in front of you, holding onto your kneecaps, sitting up nice and tall. So again, if you have any concerns along the spine, I'm just going to turn myself for a moment so you can see. If you have any concerns along your spine, you're taking care of any osteoporosis there. With the hands on the knees, you're really going to work to sit up as tall as you can. Now, if the spine is okay, there's no injury there, you could start to take your belly forward, your shoulders back, lift your gaze and look up. Keep the arms straight. Then as you exhale, you'll tuck your chin in, round your spine, really hug the belly in. That's gonna help with the exhale breath, curling in. Then inhale, lift up, look up, shoulders back, exhale, curl. Good. Inhaling, exhaling. Nice, one more. Really good. Take another inhale breath, lift your chest up, and then shift your chest over to the right. Let's exhale, round in through center, go to the left. Inhale, open the shoulders, and go to the right. Exhale, curl on in and go to the left. Good, let's do one more circle in this direction. We're waking up the digestive tract here. Let's go the other way. Getting all of our organs working efficiently together, getting the blood flowing, the oxygen moving. All of this is so helpful for keeping the body moving, keeping the mind balanced. Good. Coming back into center now, sitting up nice and tall. Okay, let's take arms forward. You're gonna cross your right arm over your left, bend your elbows and hold onto your shoulders. So you're working your arms around to the back as best you can. Try not to force it at all, just go to where it's available. And if this aggravates your shoulders or elbows, you could slide the hands down and hold the elbows instead. Okay, but otherwise, if it's available, you're working your hands around towards the shoulders. Then we'll lift the elbows up a little bit higher and start to draw some circles with your elbows. Good. Let's draw some circles the other way. Good. So we're moving a fair bit there in the upper back. So it's not a whole body motion now. We're isolating it in the upper back. Good. Bring those elbows into center again. You're going to free up the hands, keeping the arms crossed, palms facing down. You're going to turn the thumbs towards the ground. So now the palms are facing each other, and interlace your fingers. Take those interlaced hands, bring them into the belly button, slide them up towards the chest and through towards the chin. Then bring them back down towards the belly and out. So let's bring them back in and up. Really good. Let's take them down and out. One more time, let's bring them in and back up. This is good for all of us spending a lot of time on the computer. Let's take it back out and up. Good. You're going to free up the hands now. Let the arms come wide. And then cross your left arm over your right arm and take a hold of your shoulders there. Again, come to the grip that is appropriate for your body, knowing that you want to come back and practice again tomorrow. So not going to such a place that creates strain or pain, but somewhere that's a little bit challenging for you, but allows you to breathe. So once you have that position for your hands, lift your elbows a little bit higher and start to draw some circles with your elbows. Good. Keep that breath moving. Let's try taking those circles in the opposite direction. Good. All right, bringing those elbows back into center, gently release the grip of the arms, extending the arms forward, keeping that left arm crossed over top of the right, palms facing towards the ground. You'll take your thumbs now, turn them down towards the ground, palms facing each other, interlace your fingers. Good. Then from there, bring your hands in towards your belly, up towards your chin. Good. Then back down towards the belly and out. In towards the belly and up towards the chin. Very nice. And then down to the belly and out. One more time. Let's take it in and up and then down and out. Very nice. From here, you can release your grip. Let your arms come down to your sides. Give them a good shake. Probably feels really good to release those arms. And then from here, we'll come into the legs, do a little bit to warm up the legs before we come to stand. So you're going to take your right leg up into the belly. Your hands can come around your right shin or behind the thigh, whatever feels available to you. Usually it's your knee that's going to let you know which is best. If interlacing your hands is uncomfortable, you can always hold onto one wrist with the other hand. Once you have a hold of the leg, give it a nice squeeze up into the belly so you feel your thigh connecting to your belly. But be mindful here that you're not leaning back or rounding in. Sit up nice and tall. Good. And we'll point and flex that right foot a few times. We'll roll the right ankle. Try rolling the ankle the other way. Good. And then flexing the toes up towards your knee. Give the leg another squeeze in. Sliding your hands now behind the thighs if it's not already there. You're going to extend that right leg out. Good. Really reach through the base of the toes and the heel, like you're trying to place your right foot on the wall that's across from you. Sitting tall here. You're welcome to keep a hold of that right leg with your hands. So especially if you have any concerns in the hips or low back, keep supporting that right leg as you extend it out. If you feel okay in the hip and the low back, you might start to release the grip of the hands, taking the arms up overhead. Good. It's okay if that leg shakes. That's a good sign the muscles are working. The breath is moving. Good. We're going to try a little something here. Let's bend that right knee, bring it up and in, and then exhale and extend it out. Good. Let's bring it up and in, and then extend it out. Again, you could be holding behind your leg. That's okay. One more time. Let's bring it up and in, and then extend it out. Good work. Let's place that right foot down. Go ahead and let yourself now fold forward. So elbows might rest onto the thighs, especially if there's concern for blood pressure. Keep your head above your heart. Otherwise, you might let yourself fold all the way down. Good. Wherever you are, take a good few breaths here in your forward fold. Then your hands can come onto your feet, your shins, or your knees. As you slide your legs, your hands up your legs, inhaling, sweeping the arms up overhead. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, rolling up, sweeping up. Good. Exhale, folding forward. One more time. Let's inhale and roll up, reach towards the sky, and then exhale and fold. Nice. Bringing the hands back up onto the knees. Gently ease the spine up to tall. Nice straight long spine. And we'll take the left leg up. Hands can come around the left shin or behind the thigh. Again, be mindful of your knee joint here. We don't want to add pain or strain to the knee. Giving the leg a good squeeze in. Make sure here too with the right leg that your right leg has a little bit of effort in it. So it's not just hanging out to the side. You're pressing down slightly in your right foot. Give that left leg a squeeze to the belly, sit tall, and then you can start to point and flex your left foot. Good. And roll the left ankle. Can roll the ankle the other way. And flex the foot back. If you're holding around the shin, take a hold of the back of the thigh now and slowly extend that leg out. Really actively reach through the sole of the foot. Sitting tall. Good. Again, you're welcome to keep a hold of the leg. So be mindful of that low back and hip space. If there's any injuries in there, support the leg. Otherwise, maybe you start to release the leg. Maybe you take your arms up over your head. Good. Lift the heart up. Wherever you are, see if you can lift the sides of your mouth up. Bring a little smile into your practice. Good. Then slowly bend the knee. Bring it up and in. And then exhale, extend it out. Inhale to bring it up and in. Very good. Exhale to extend it out. One more. Let's bend it up and in. Really nice. Then reach it out long. Good. Release the foot down. Fold forward. Nicely done. So elbows can be on the thighs or fold all the way down. You'll feel a bit of compression here in your belly. So notice your breathing in the back of your body. Good. Connecting the hands to the feet, shins or knees. Inhale, now glide the hands up the legs, past the belly, past the chest to the sky. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, rolling up, sweeping up. Exhale, folding forward. Good. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, folding all the way down. Let's do one more. Inhale, rolling up, sweeping up. And then exhale and fold. Good. Staying in your forward fold, bring your elbows up on your thighs if they're not already there. And take your feet wide apart. Make sure you're still sitting on the chair so you're not sliding forward off the chair. But your feet are probably about as wide as the chair, maybe even a little bit wider. Turning the toes out slightly from the heels. Good. If you have concerns for the spine, you're going to keep your elbows on your thighs like this. Lift the chest, lengthen the spine forward, and start to press into both feet. If there's no concern for the low back, no injuries there, even osteoporosis, you could lift your elbows up and extend the arms forward. That's going to add some work to the back, so be mindful there. Keep pressing into the feet, feel the strength in the legs. And if there's no concern for the knees today, you might lift your hips away from the chair, just a little bit. Just hovering those hips off of the chair. Good. Reaching the arms forward, breathing here. Let's take the arms down and back behind us on an exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Good. Exhale, down and back. Inhale, forward and up. Good. Exhale, down and back. Very nice. One more. Inhale, forward and up. Then take it down and back. Press into those feet now. Inhale and rise up. Sweep the arms up. Look up. Exhale, let the arms go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, let them go. Inhale, sweep them up. Exhale, let them go. Good, let's do one more. Inhale. And exhale, good. Shake out the arms. Turn your toes forward, but keep the legs wide. Bring your hands on your hips and slide your hips from side to side. Good work. Make sure both feet stay solid on the floor. And again, you're welcome to stay seated. If you're doing so, your legs are wide and you're circling your upper body. But if you're standing, you can circle the hips. And maybe your circle's really small today, tiny, that's okay. Maybe today's the day you go really big. But again, only taking the motion that's appropriate for your body. Let's reverse the direction. Let's go the other way. He's sleeping on the job. I don't know if you can hear it, but he's snoring, so. Good, let's bring the hips back into center. Walk the feet in now so they're directly below the hips. Toes facing forward, arms open at the sides. Come to sit or stand in your Tadasana. So wherever you are here, you're pressing actively into the feet, lifting up and opening the heart. And then if it feels steady for you, you can close your eyes. Moving that yogic breath in and out from the belly. And inhale those arms now wide up as high as you can. Turn the palms forward and take them down. Inhale again, out and wide. See if you can draw them even back behind you as you sweep them up. And then turn the palms forward and exhale them down. Once again, take the arms out and back, and then all the way up and down. Let's switch directions. Turn your palms forward now from here. Sweep the arms forward and up. Then take the arms out and around behind you, touching the palms together here. Interlace the fingers from here and reach the arms out. So we're going to add in a little bit here. We're going to keep moving. Then release the hands, bring the palms forward and up. Turn them out and down, bringing them all the way around behind. Interlacing your fingers here for a little fun. See if you can interlace them in the opposite direction. And then reach the arms out. Good. Release the hands one more time. Sweep the palms forward and up. Turn the hands out and down. Taking the arms behind, interlacing the fingers here. Reach the arms out behind you. Let's pause here now, keeping the arms reaching out. Lift the chest. Drop the tailbone a little bit so the back of the hips feel as though they're sliding down. But be mindful that we're not drawing the hips forward. Keep the hips over the knees, soften the knees even a little bit. We're going to take one more breath here. It's really good work for the arms, shoulders, chest. Then gently release the arms to your sides. Return to your Tadasana. Breathing here. All right, from here, let's take the chair over towards the right side of your body. So move any props you might have in your way, and you'll turn the chair so the seat of the chair is away from you. Now, if you're not using a chair, or maybe the chair you're using is not stable on the floor, you could use a table or a wall. You want a sturdy support surface here. So if you have a good chair, that works really well. Standing in your Tadasana again with the chair on the right-hand side. Have a quick glance at your feet. Let's lift the toes and spread the toes really wide. Pressing down into your right foot. Ignite the strength up your right leg. Then slowly lift your left heel. Maybe lift your left toes. Bring your left knee up. Very often as we lift the knee, we often lift the hip. See if you can let your left hip stay level with your right hip. Then you might take your left arm up. Pressing strongly into the right foot, you can stay here. Maybe you work with the hand that's on the chair. Maybe you lift that arm overhead. If you're sitting in the chair, you're pressing into your right foot, left leg is lifted, both arms lifted. Good work. Good. For the final few breaths here, I'll give you an option. You can have your right hand on the chair, that's absolutely okay, but let's extend that left leg out. Good, taking one more breath here, and then slowly on your next exhale, lowering that left foot to the floor. Releasing your arms to your sides to your Tadasana. Take a few breaths in and out. You can move your chair, or for you, maybe you just turn yourself around, depending on how your room is set up. You want the chair now on the left-hand side of the body. Again, we set ourselves up first in our foundational posture of Tadasana. Lift and spread your toes. Strengthen that left leg, pressing down. Maybe you start to lift your right heel. Maybe today the right toes stay on the floor. That's okay. Work where you're at. Know that balance progresses. Good. Maybe you lift your right foot from the floor and you bring your right knee up. Be mindful of that hip. Keep the hips level, and the right arm can come up. Breathing easily and fully here. Good. Maybe the left arm lifts. Good. And you're welcome to keep that left hand on the support or extend it up overhead, whatever feels best for you. But let's try for the last few breaths to extend the right leg out. Okay, stay tall through the spine. You've got it. Breathing here. And then slowly release that right foot down. Let the arms come to your sides. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Deep breath out the nose. Good. Let's take the chair now. You're going to turn it so that the seat of the chair is facing you. Make sure that the chair is stable, set flush on the floor. It's not rocking at all. And then turning into your Tadasana facing the chair. Palms open, shoulders back. Feel an effort in the legs. So they're not just locking or hanging out. There's some work in the legs. We'll take the arms forward now, lifting them as high as you comfortably can. Bending your knees, sitting back as though there was another chair behind you. And you were trying to just sit down on the edge of that chair. Good. Release the hands to the seat of the chair in front. Straighten the arms, straighten the legs, look forward. Exhale, start to bend your elbows, folding down. Being mindful of blood pressure here. Keeping the head above the heart if you need. Then inhale, straighten the arms. Lift the gaze, look forward. Exhale, bend the elbows, fold down. Good. Inhale, straighten the arms, look forward. Very nice. We'll come into our downward facing dog here, but I'm going to give you an option today because we're working a fair bit in the shoulders. If you want to go a little bit further, you can come down onto your elbows, interlace your hands. So your elbows are about shoulder width apart, and then walk your feet back into your downward facing dog. Okay, that's an option. If today the shoulders are like, no, thank you, you can hold on to the chair and come into your downward dog from there. If you're seated, you'll take your hands for the elbow option and place your hands behind your head, bringing your elbows forward, lifting the chest up, looking up. Very good. If you're standing from here, inhale and bring yourself forward to a plank pose. Then exhale back into your downward dog, or with the elbows on the chair, we call that dolphin. Let's inhale, come forward into plank. And then exhale back. Good job. We're going to do one more. Inhale forward into plank. Exhale back into that downward dog or that dolphin pose. Good. Looking towards the chair. Walk your feet up now towards the chair. Bringing the hands onto the seat of the chair if you weren't already there. Hands onto the back of the chair. Take yourself up halfway. Pausing there. And then slowly make your way all the way up to standing. Palms open at the side, shoulders back. Eyes closed. Breath moving. Let's move through one sun salutation together here. Inhaling, taking both arms forward and up. Exhale, folding down, holding onto the sides of the seat of the chair. Inhale, straighten the spine, look forward. As you exhale, take your right foot back as far as you can. So if you're sitting in the chair, lift your left knee up. Hold onto that left knee, good. From here, take your left foot back, come into your downward dog, holding onto the sides of the seat of the chair. Inhale, glide the shoulders forward into your plank pose. Then we'll exhale back into downward facing dog. Step the right foot up towards the chair, or bring your right knee in if you're sitting in the chair. Lift your gaze, look forward. Step the left foot up into your forward fold. Good. Inhale the hands onto the back of the chair, lift up halfway. Let the blood pressure balance out. There's no rush to come all the way up. Take your time as you rise into your Tadasana, palms open at the sides. Let's keep going. Inhale, arms up. Big breath in as you look up. Exhale, fold down. Hands to the sides of the seat of the chair. Inhale, straighten the arms, look forward. Taking your left foot now, step it back into that same lunge pose. And you have an option here depending on your toes. If you want to lift your heel and come onto your toes, that's a good option, bending into the front knee. If the toes don't like that, that's okay. Keep the heel on the floor. Holding onto the chair now, step your right foot back into your downward facing dog. Good, breathing here. Some of you might lift the heels, come forward into plank. Let's pause in plank for a moment. Good, fun times, yeah. Some of you might bend your elbows slightly, bring the chest forward, lift it up and through, upward facing dog. Then let's come back into downward facing dog. Take the left foot up towards the chair. If you're sitting in the chair now, the left knee's coming into the chest. Breathing here, looking forward, step the right foot up. Good job. Inhale, lift the gaze, look forward. Exhale, gently fold down. Inhale, take the hands onto the back of the chair, lift up, look up. Pausing here as you slowly bring yourself up to stand. If you're seated, you're rising into your Tadasana seated. Palms open, eyes closed. Good. And if you're comfortable with coming to the floor now, you can use your chair for support to bring yourself down onto the ground. Coming down whatever way feels most available to you. You'll bring yourself down so that your legs now can rise up onto the chair. Now, of course, if coming to the floor isn't an option for you, maybe you don't have a chair that's supportive for you, you can stay seated in your chair. Otherwise, you're coming down onto the floor, hands onto the belly. So if you've chosen today to stay seated in your chair, that's fantastic. You're going to take yourself all the way to the back of your chair. If you're like me and a little on the shorter side, it's sometimes nice to place blocks underneath your feet, or maybe books if you have them, or pillows, leaning into the back of the chair, hands resting in your lap. Wherever you are, allow the eyes to close if it feels okay for you. Release now any effort or control of your breathing. Start to feel the body letting go. Feel a softening. We'll do a few rounds here of our rectangular breathing. In this practice of breath, we inhale for a set count, and I'll keep count. And then we exhale for the same count, with a little bit of pausing at the top and the bottom of the breath. We'll start with a count to 4. I'm going to go up by 2 today, so we'll go 4, 6, 8, maybe even 10, but we'll see how we go. But being mindful for your own breathing. If you get to a place where you start to feel tension in your breathing or restricted or shallow breathing, you want to release this practice and come back to a natural breath. So we're in no way ever creating strain with our breathing or tension with our breath. Let's start here with a natural inhale and then a complete full exhale out. Get empty here. On your next inhale, you're going to inhale for 4. So inhaling 1 through the nose, 2, 3, fill up at 4, pause full, then exhaling 4, 3, 2, emptying out at 1, pausing empty. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, filling up at 4, pausing full. Exhaling 4, 3, 2, 1, emptying out, pausing empty. Let's go to 6 now. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, filling up at 6, pausing full. Exhaling 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, emptying out at 1, pausing empty. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, filling up at 6, pausing full. Exhaling 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, empty out, pause, empty. Let's go to 8 now. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, fill up at 8, pause full there. Exhaling 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, empty out, pause, empty. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right up to 8, pause full at 8, pause full. Exhaling 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, empty out. Let's just do one round to 10. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exhaling 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Empty out, pause, empty. Now release the effort of breathing. Let a natural breath come back in. If you're lying on the floor, gently bring both knees into your belly and roll yourself off to one side. Lying yourself down now onto the ground with your legs extended out, ensuring you've got lots of space around you. So you're lying on your back. If you're in the chair, you can scoot yourself forward now, just a little bit, so you have some space behind you. For those lying on the ground, you're going to bring your right knee into your belly. This time, take your left hand across to your right thigh. Gently guide your right leg across your belly into a twist. So your left leg will stay straight, the right knee is bent and being guided across to the left. Then maybe your right arm extends out to the right. If you're sitting in the chair, the left hand comes across to the right thigh, the right hand comes around behind you, and you begin your twist here, only coming to a place that feels okay for you. For those of you lying on the floor, the right hip might lift from the floor. That's absolutely okay, but only allow it to lift if the lower back is all right. If there's any injury or tenderness to the low back, let that right hip stay on the ground. Good. On your inhale breath, slowly unwind. And let's change sides. If you're lying on the ground now, the left knee comes in, the right hand comes across to the left leg, and you guide the left leg across the body. So the right leg stays straight. Good. If you're seated, the right hand comes across to the left thigh, left hand comes around behind you, and you come into your twist here. And continue to feel the breath in your belly. Then inhaling to unwind, coming back into your center position. If you're lying on the floor, you're lying on your back, knees bent, feet on the ground. We'll start to sway the knees from side to side. And bringing the knees back into center. If you're lying on the ground, you might extend your legs now straight out onto the ground. If you're sitting in the chair, you can scoot yourself back now into the back of the chair, letting your spine rest against the back of the chair, letting your hands rest into your lap. If you're lying on the ground, let your arms flay out to the side, from the palms up, let the shoulders roll back. And then if it's comfortable for you, close your eyes and truly let the eyes settle back into the skull. Release the effort to breathing. Release the effort in the body. And let go of the effort of the mind. The habitual action of thinking, processing, analyzing, remembering. Let that ease just a little bit here. Even though if the world around you is loud, active, distracting, or uncomfortable, you have this place within yourself that is calming, peaceful, and at ease. Slowly now begin to deepen your breathing. Start to move your body in gentle and kind little ways. Staying present and aware of the sensations within your body as you reawaken. For those of you lying on the floor, it might feel good to point the toes. You might extend your arms up overhead, interlace your fingers, and press your palms away from you. If you're lying on the ground, you can gently bend your knees and roll yourself over onto one side. For those sitting in the chair, slowly ease yourself forward on your chair once more. And we'll all come to sit, whether in your chair or on the floor, picking a seat for yourself that is relatively comfortable and available. And then once you've come into your seat, close your eyes again. Bring your palms together in front of your heart as we mark this moment of transition. We close the concentrated practice of yoga to step back into the activities and events of our day. But we also have a choice now, this moment of choice, to bring with us from practice the lessons, the experiences, to bring them into our days, to let them shape how we move and meet the day ahead. Or you can choose to leave them in practice, visiting them again the next time you come to your mat. The choice is yours. Thank you so much for continuing to come into practice together. Namaste.